Welcome to spring in Minnesota. Today it is a balmy, probably 35, 40 degrees, but it's super sunny. Hopefully I'm not too squinty in this video, but I just wanted to get outside, get some fresh air while I did my yoga. So I hope you can join me, maybe find a sunny spot if you can, and grab your mat. If you have blocks, I'd grab those too. Otherwise, I'll see you on the mat.
You can find a comfortable seat on your mat, letting your hands rest wherever is natural, and begin taking some slow, deep breaths in and out through your nose, noticing the rise and fall of your chest and your belly as it fills with air. To feel this even more, placing one hand over your heart and the other over your belly, really noticing that deep inhale, feeling your lungs and your belly expand, and exhale as they return back down. You can release your hands. We'll inhale, bring the arms up, exhale, let them fall down. Just moving freely, however your body wants to feel this breath. Inhale the arms up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale. Couple more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Letting your hands rest in your lap. We'll take a few shoulder rolls. Can go both directions. Inhale the shoulders up to your ears. Exhale to roll them back and down. And then freely moving through your neck, any motions. Maybe it's rolling side to side, turning right to left. If you have a point that might feel a little more tense, maybe spending a little time there. Really just listening to what your body might need today. Continuing that slow, deep breath, using that as an anchoring point throughout all your practice. Inhale, we'll bring the arms up. Exhale, we'll fold over your legs, walking your hands forward, just coming down as far as is comfortable. And you might find that you feel this maybe into your hips or your lower back. Inhale, we'll walk it up slightly, and then taking it over to the right side so that your forehead is drawn towards your knee. And then walking it through center over to the left side. Again, forehead drawing towards your knee. Deep breath here. And then walking it center once again. And then walking your hands up. We'll take the hands to your knees or your shins, and we'll take some circles around the hips. You can make these circles as big or as small as you would like. Going both ways, balancing out each side. Just getting a little more blood flowing, get a little more movement through these stretches. And then we're going to take a seated cat-cow. So inhale to bring your heart forward. Exhale to round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, heart comes forward, gaze up. Exhale, rounding the spine, bringing it back. You can move at your own pace, just starting to warm up your spine and your core a little bit as you tuck the hips under and draw the belly button in. You can extend both legs out in front for a forward fold, toes flexed to the sky. Hands can come by the hips to help you sit tall. Inhale, the arms reach high. Exhale, we'll fold forward. You can let your knees bend if you need to. Remembering the goal is to feel a stretch. It might feel good to have a gentle sway side to side. We'll walk the hands up. Take the right foot in to your thigh. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, folding forward. Deep breath here. You can stay here, or if you'd like to add a twist, we'll take the right hand towards your toes or your shin, and then your left hand's going to go under and through, reaching towards your knee. You can gaze underneath your right arm. Unwind from the twist. We'll bring it back center and switch sides. This time the left foot comes in, sitting tall, length through the spine, and then we'll inhale the arms high, exhale to fold forward. Imagine each exhale allows you to sink a little deeper into each stretch. And then if you'd like to take the twist, left hand comes to your toes or your shin, and then your right hand comes through, reaching towards your knee, gazing underneath that left arm, bringing it back to center, and then walking the hands up. Next, we'll take a wide-legged forward fold. So you can bring your legs as far apart as is comfortable. You can adjust this however you want. But toes flex to the sky once again, and then just walk the hands forward. Breathing deep here. And taking a side stretch here, we'll take our right hand underneath the left thigh and then reach the left arm up and over towards your toes. Inhale, we'll bring it back up. This time taking the left hand under the right thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Feel that deep bend through your side. Feel your shoulders working in opposite directions. Inhale, slowly rising up. From here, we'll bend the knees, bringing the bottoms of the feet together for bound angle. Here, opening through the hips, you can fold forward, or maybe walk your hands forward. You might find a gentle sway, might feel good. When you're ready, coming up, and then making your way onto your hands and knees, bringing the knees wide and the big toes together for child's pose, walking your arms forward, taking a few moments to reconnect with your breath. Slow, deep inhales and exhales. Inhale, we'll roll up into a kneeling plank. Exhale to lower yourself all the way down to your belly. Inhale for cobra, elbows and shoulder blades draw back, lifting the heart off the mat. And then pressing it up and back into child's pose. Deep breath here. Inhale, rolling up, kneeling plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale for cobra. Heart reaches off the mat. Exhale to lower slow. Inhale, pressing it up and back into child's pose. One more, rolling up, kneeling plank. Exhale, lowering down. Keep those elbows tight to your sides. Inhale for cobra. Exhale to lower. And then inhale, pressing it up and back into child's pose. One more deep breath. And then coming back up, we're going to come into a high plank for a moment here. So curl the toes under. Breathing deep. From here, shift the hips high, coming into your first downward facing dog. Really try to find length through the upper body. You can pedal out the feet, bending your knees or taking your hips side to side. As always, checking your hands making sure your fingers are spread wide like rays of sunshine, distributing the weight equally through your palm and your entire hand. Bend the knees. We'll walk the feet forward, coming into a forward fold. Here you can let the knees bend, maybe taking hold of opposite elbows, swaying side to side. Whatever you need to release and relax into this pose. Release the hands down. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Long line of energy through your tailbone to the crown of your head. Exhale to release. Inhale, the arms reach high, coming all the way to stand. And exhale as you draw the hands down to heart center. Take a deep breath here. Recentering your mind. Bringing your attention back to the breath. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale as you let the arms fall. Couple more breaths. Inhale, bring your arms high. Exhale, release them down. Inhale, bring them up. And exhale, release it down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, arms reach high. This time, exhale to fold forward. Stepping one foot back and then the other, coming to kneeling plank. Knees come to the mat. Exhale as you lower all the way down to your belly. Elbows stay tight to your sides. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, pressing it up. And then back into child's pose. Inhale to roll up, coming into downward dog just for a moment before walking your feet forward. And then coming back to our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to the shins or the thighs. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms reach high, coming to stand. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale, a halfway lift. Exhale, hands come to the mat, stepping back, high plank, and then dropping down to the knees. Exhale to lower down to the belly. Inhale, shoulder blades draw back, cobra. Exhale, release it down. Inhale to press it up and back into child's pose. When you're ready, making your way to downward facing dog. And then bending the knees, step the feet forward for your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Hands come to the mat, stepping one foot back and then the other. Option to lower to your knees or doing high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lowering down. Inhale for upward dog, coming to your hands and the tops of the feet. Exhale for downward facing dog. So option to do our first flow or using chaturanga and upward dog. Walking the feet forward. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, arms reach high, coming to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center in mountain pose. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come to the mat, stepping back, high plank. Exhale, lowering slow. Inhale for upward dog. Use your glutes, gazing up, and downward facing dog. Deep breath here. And we'll bend the knees, walk the feet forward, forward fold. Inhale your halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, arms reach high, coming to stand. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, as you fold forward. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Hands plant to the mat, step it back. High plank. Shifting forward on your toes, exhale to lower slow. Inhale for upward dog. And exhale for downward facing dog. Inhale, we'll take the right toes high for three-legged dog. And then we'll bend the knee, draw it into your chest, step it through for runner's lunge. Here's a great place to use blocks if you would like to. Lowering down onto your knee, uncurl the toes. And when you're ready, coming up. First, we're going to think about turning your hips under a little bit. So you may not go as deep, but turning your hips under will help give you a deeper stretch through your left hip flexor. Arms can come high. Right hand will come to your thigh, and we're going to reach that left arm up and over. Inhale to bring it back to center. Exhale, both hands come back to the mat. And then taking a revolved low lunge, our right hand will come to the top of our thigh, turning your heart open towards the right side, giving you a twist. You can stay here or opening that right arm up to the sky, maybe gazing up at your hand. And then if you'd like to try a bind, I like to use a block here under my left hand and then reach that right hand back towards your foot. You could also use a strap here or skip the bind altogether. Releasing your foot back to the mat, arm reaches high again. We'll bring both hands to the mat. And then curl the toes under, lifting your knee off the mat. Step your right foot back. High plank. Option to lower through chaturanga and upward dog, or move straight to downward facing dog. And then preparing for the other side, we'll inhale, the left foot reaches high, three-legged dog. Exhale, that knee comes into your chest, step it through for your runner's lunge. Allowing your right knee to come to the mat, uncurl your toes. And then lifting your torso up. Curl the hips under, allowing that deeper stretch through your right hip flexor. Engaging your core, keeping that pelvic tilt. Left hand comes to the mat, and that right arm reaches up and over to the left side. And releasing both hands down to the mat, framing your foot. And then taking our revolved low lunge, the left hand will come to the top of the knee, pressing your heart open. If you'd like to take that hand up overhead, stacking the shoulders. And then if you'd like to try the bind, maybe taking your block, lifting your toes up and off the mat, and reaching the left hand behind to take hold of the top of your foot. Can be an intense quad stretch, so make sure to breathe deep. Can release your foot down, hands come back to frame your foot. We'll curl the toes under, lift that knee up and off, press through the hands, step it back, high plank. And again, option to lower through chaturanga and upward dog, or move straight to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Try and relax. Slow your breath. When you're ready, we'll bend the knees, step the feet forward to your forward fold. Inhale, a halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, the arms reach high. And exhale, hands come down to heart center. With your feet together, inhale, the arms sweep high. Exhale, we'll fold forward. Inhale, you'll take a halfway lift, this time reaching your arms behind in airplane arms. Exhale, bend the knees, sit the hips back into chair pose. Weight should be back into your heels, reaching your arms forward. You can have your arms really wherever is most comfortable. Releasing the hands down, forward fold. Inhale your halfway lift. Exhale to release. We'll repeat this a few times. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane arms. Exhale, bend the knees, sit the hips back. Try and sit as low as possible. Again, keeping the weight back in your heels. Exhale, fold forward. Release it all down. Inhale, halfway lift, arms behind, strong arms. Feel your triceps working. Bend the knees, sit the hips back. Deep breath here. And as you exhale, fold forward, extend the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane arms. Bend the knees, sit the hips back. You got this. Breathe deep. Squeeze those knees together. And exhale, release it down, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Airplane arms. Exhale, arms sweep forward. Strong legs. Press through all parts of your feet. And here we're going to lower slow all the way down to the mat. You can bring your hands behind you to help catch yourself, but coming down onto your hips with your knees lifted. We're going to take a few rounds of boat pose, getting a little core work in. You can have your hands behind your knees, extended out, or maybe resting behind you for support. Either option, rocking back, finding that balance point on your sit bones, and lifting your feet. Try and think about relaxing the shoulders down and away from your ears, keeping your heart lifted and still breathing deep. All right, release it down as you exhale. Take a stretch or maybe let your knees fall side to side. Deep breath. We got 2 more rounds. Inhale, bringing it up. Really focusing on that breath can help this time go a little faster. Keeping it slow and controlled. On your next exhale, release it down. Take a deep breath. In our last round, you can hold simply like we were before, or if you'd like, bringing it up and then alternating heel taps down towards the floor. Think about inhale as you lower the leg, exhale as you drop back up. Couple more, you got it. And when you're done, we're gonna just relax it all the way down to the mat, keeping your knees lifted. We'll let the knees fall side to side, just loosening things up, helping release your lower back and your hips. We'll bring the knees back to center at hip distance apart. Arms can come down by your sides, palms pressed to the mat. We'll take 3 rounds of bridge pose. Turning your hips up. Inhale to slowly peel your hips up and off the mat, coming onto the tops of your shoulders. Really press through your whole foot, grounding through your feet, lifting those hips as high as possible, breathing deep. On your next exhale, slowly lower it down. You can draw the knees up to your chest and then rock side to side, just moving freely. We'll release the feet back to the mat for our second round. Inhale, peel your hips up and off the mat. Really focusing on your hamstrings and your glutes, focusing on your breath. On your next exhale, slowly lowering the hips down to the mat. Again, drawing your knees up, rocking side to side, using the mat to massage your lower back and your sacrum. All right, last round, bringing your feet to the mat. Slowly roll your hips up and off. Feel strong through your legs. Press through the feet. Keep breathing, you got this. Almost there, keep breathing. On your next exhale, we'll slowly lower it down to the mat. Again, draw the knees in, rock side to side. We'll do one more core exercise here, and I'll demonstrate there's a few different options. We're going to be doing some leg lifts. So simply you can have your knees into your chest, drawing your knees in, lowering your feet till maybe they tap the ground, and exhale as you draw them back in. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Option 2 would be to extend the legs, but then bend them on the way up, extend them, lowering slow, bend your knees, extend them up again, and then lower slow. Your third option would have your legs extended both ways and simply lifting and lowering your extended legs. Huge thing here is to focus on the breath. Inhale to lower, exhale to draw your legs back up. Awesome. You can bend the knees, draw the knees into your chest, rock side to side. And then we're going to take reclined cow face pose. So crossing your right leg over your left so that your knees are almost stacked or crossed past each other. And then lifting your legs up, maybe holding on to your shins, your ankles or your feet, and then drawing your feet out to the sides or up towards yourself. You should feel this deep into your hips, similar to a figure 4 stretch. Can release it down and we'll take the other side. Left leg crosses over at the knee. Draw your legs up, holding on to your shins or maybe your feet and pulling them up towards yourself. Keeping your feet flexed will help protect your knee joints. Deep breath here. If it feels good, maybe rock side to side. When you're ready, on your exhale, releasing your legs down. We'll take the right knee, draw it into your chest. You can maybe take some ankle circles, or maybe draw your knee in circles, working through your hip joint. Another option would be to draw your knee up towards your shoulder, kind of bringing it out to the side a little bit to get a different spot in your hip. Hands come to the back of the thigh, extending your foot to the sky, point and flex your toes, and then curling up, walk your hands up your leg, and then lowering back down, draw your shoulders back to the floor. Releasing your leg, inhale, take the left knee up to your chest, ankle circles both ways, maybe drawing that knee up towards your shoulder. And when you're ready, we'll take the hands to the back of the leg, extend your foot to the sky, point and flex your toes. And then walking your hands up your leg, get your shoulders up and off the mat, use your core here, drawing your leg towards yourself, and then walking your hands down your leg, lowering your leg down to the mat. We'll bring both knees up, taking a spinal twist, arms come out to a T, and just simply let both knees fall over to the right side of the body. And if it's comfortable, taking your gaze across towards the left side. A few deep breaths here. As you begin to cool down, maybe allowing your eyes to close. Gaze comes center, slowly lifting your knees back to center, and exhale as your knees fall to the left side of the body and turning your gaze across towards the left side. Inhale as you bring your gaze back to center, lifting one knee at a time back to center. Making your way to happy baby, maybe taking hold of your shins or your feet and letting your feet sway out to the side, rocking side to side. Finding whatever playful movement you would like today. And whenever you're ready, you can release your feet, letting your legs extend. You can reach your arms up overhead. We're going to take a crescent moon shape. So taking your right foot to the right corner of your mat and crossing your left foot over. And then reaching over with your arms as well, maybe pulling gently on your left wrist with your right hand. Bringing it across the other side, so left foot to the left corner of the mat, right ankle crosses over, and then taking your arms to the left corner as well, maybe giving a gentle tug on your right wrist with your left hand. Bringing everything back to the center of your mat. And getting ready for Shavasana, really taking some time to get comfortable. Maybe that means adjusting your position, adjusting your clothing, making sure that you're fully comfortable so that you can allow yourself to rest in complete stillness. Giving your body this time is so important to allow for recovery and for rest. Try and give your thinking mind a break by focusing simply on each inhale and exhale. can begin to deepen your breath, breathing awareness back into your body, starting with small movements in your hands and feet, and then circling your wrists and ankles. Turning your head from one side to the other. An inhale sweeps your arms up overhead for a full body stretch, pointing your toes and reaching long, waking up every inch of your body, allowing the knees to bend, and then turning yourself onto your side using your arm as a pillow. And when you're ready, slowly making your way back to a comfortable seat. Placing one hand over your heart and the other over your belly, we'll take 3 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. I hope the sun is shining wherever you're at today, and that I will see you again soon, back on the mat.